Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is all about your romantic interest. We're going to see what they think about you, how they feel about you, and what kind of energy they have towards this connection. In front of you, I have two piles, pile number 1 and pile number 2. You can choose one of these decks or simply choose a picture from the thumbnail and pick the pile that you feel most drawn to. Take your time, choose your pile, and let's get started. So let's see what we have in store for our pile number 1. So I'm planning to shuffle all the cards first, and then we'll continue with the reading. So I'm going to get all the cards, like the oracle ones and the messages, and then we'll continue with our reading here. And before I proceed, I also want to mention that this is a generic reading. It's a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. We'll just quickly hold the oracle cards here. And I'll also pull one message from the person for you. Okay, so let's see. 4 of Wands, Page of Wands, King of Pentacles. The oracle, we have time, and we have soil. Before we start with the reading, I want to explain the cards that we have in front of us. The 4 of Wands speaks about celebration, community, stability, reunion, and belonging. The Page of Wands talks about excitement, exploration, freedom, passion, and adventure. And then we have the King of Pentacles, which is all about abundance, prosperity, security, patience, and determination. So looking at the cards here, my dear pile number 1, with the 4 of Wands, what I feel like is that this person may have met you at a place where there was some kind of celebration going on. Maybe it was a gathering, a festival, a community function, a party, or just a simple get-together. It feels like you were with the people that you love. It could be your family, your friends, or people from your community. You were just enjoying yourself and having a good time with the people around you. And if you look at this picture on the 4 of Wands, the girl is having fun with her friends. She's dancing, she's enjoying herself, and she doesn't really care about what anyone else is thinking. She's just living in the present. But it looks like someone is watching her. So what I feel here, my dear pile number 1, is that there's a very high chance that this person noticed you before you noticed them. They may have been watching you from a distance or stealing glances at you during the celebration. Maybe you're not very close to each other at that point. Perhaps they were just an acquaintance or someone within the same social circle. And then we have the Page of Wands. And I feel like this card is actually validating what I was saying before. They found you interesting. They may have been mesmerized by your beauty, your style, your confidence, or simply the way you carried yourself. Maybe you were dancing or just having a good time, and something about your energy really caught their attention. The Page of Wands is also, it's all about adventure, passion, excitement, and curiosity. So when they saw you, they may have felt a rush of excitement. It was like they had seen something that they wanted to explore more. They wanted to know more about you. Maybe they wanted to know what you do, what kind of person you are, who your friends are, or even more about your background. There's definitely an energy here of curiosity and wanting to explore this connection. And I think the Time Oracle card actually connects really well with this. Time represents presence and self awareness. It's written here on the card. And I feel like this person noticed you because you were simply present in that moment. You weren't trying to get anyone's attention. You were just enjoying yourself and being comfortable with the people around you. And maybe that natural energy is exactly what caught their attention. You were simply being yourself, and they noticed that. Then we have the King of Pentacles. This is where the energy becomes much more grounded. I feel like this person may have a good reputation within their community. They could be someone who is respected by for their work, someone who has built a stable foundation for themselves, or simply someone who is reliable and responsible. It also feels like you may belong to the same community or social circle in some way. So there is a possibility that this person may have asked people about you or tried to find out more about you through mutual connections. And I find the contrast between the Page of Wands and the King of Pentacles really interesting because the Page of Wands is excitement and initial spark, whereas the King of Pentacles is much more practical, grounded, patient, and stable. So even though they felt this rush when they saw you, I don't think this person is someone who normally acts purely on impulse. Maybe you didn't even speak to each other at that time, or maybe you did. We don't know. But something about the interaction seems to have made them excited and maybe even a little giddy. And with the King of Pentacles, I also feel that they want something tangible and stable with you. If you look at the card, the king is holding his big coin almost as if he wants something to offer. He has something to offer. So I feel like this person may eventually want to make an offer to you. This could be asking you out on a date. If you're already in a dating stage, maybe they want to make things more official or take the connection to the next level. And then we have Soil Oracle card, which represents stability and simplicity. I feel like this card supports the King of Pentacles very strongly. It tells me that this person may want something that is grounded and stable. They may not just be interested in the initial excitement. They may want something that can actually grow over time. And with soil, I also feel that this connection doesn't need to be rushed. Sometimes you have to allow things to grow naturally. So there is this energy of keeping things simple, staying grounded, and allowing the connection to develop at its own pace. So overall, my dear pile number one, I feel like this person noticed you first. They may saw you enjoying They saw you enjoying yourself and being confident and simply being comfortable in your own space. And it's a very positive reading because I can see that they are invested in this and they want to take this further. Let's see their message to you. Okay, so I think about you all the time. So definitely you are in their head and in their heart. And I think that's what I have for you, my dear pile number one. I appreciate you guys for this energy exchange. I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you like this video, please comment, subscribe. Okay, so let's see what we have for our pile number two. Okay, so the oracle cards now. Let's see what we have. Dear pile number two. You can think about the person while I'm shuffling the cards. I didn't mention this thing in pile number one's reading. I don't know why I wanted to say this time. So maybe you should think about the person in your mind. Okay. Six of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Rosemary Potion. This one came reversed. Interesting. Okay. Again, just like before, let's start by looking at the meaning of these cards. The Six of Swords is all about transition, leaving behind something, moving on, distance, and acceptance. The Seven of Pentacles talks about perseverance, hard work, growth, progress, and reflecting on your journey. And then we have the Three of Swords, which is all about heartbreak, suffering, grief, separation, and sadness. So looking at these cards, my dear pile number two, I don't feel like things are looking very good for this connection right now. With the Six of Swords, I'm getting this feeling that either you have left this person behind or you are slowly moving away from this relationship or situation. You may be distancing yourself, trying to accept what happened and trying to move forward. But this energy could also be coming from the other person, which is the energy between the two of you. So it could go either way. With the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like there was a lot of effort put into this connection. You may have tried your best to make things work. You gave this connection your time, your energy, your love, and your patience. You really tried. But then we have the Three of Swords. And unfortunately, it looks like things didn't turn out the way you wanted them to. There may have been heartbreak, separation, or some kind of situation that caused a lot of sadness. For some of you, you may currently be separated from this person, and I feel like this connection has been emotionally draining for you. But the Seven of Pentacles also tells me that you're reflecting on everything that happened. You're looking back at the journey and asking yourself whether all the effort was worth it. And after that reflection, the Six of Swords shows you making the decision to move forward. It may hurt, but you are slowly accepting that this situation cannot continue in the same way. And again, this could be the other person's energy as well. So if you don't personally feel this way about them, it could be that they are the ones going through this process. And then we also have the Rosemary card in reverse, which talks about remembrance, loyalty, and faithfulness. I feel like this card connects directly with the Six of Swords because the advice here seems to be about letting go. For some of you, reverse rosemary could also point toward a lack of faithfulness or a third party situation. But I wouldn't say that this automatically means cheating. There could be many other reasons why two people separate. It could be different priorities, family situations, different cultural backgrounds, timing, or simply wanting different things from life. So I don't want to say that there was definitely a third party. I just, that's just one possibility that some of you may resonate with. And then we have the potion card, which talks about invigoration and empowerment. This feels like a very strong message to get back into your own power. Instead of putting all your energy into this connection, start putting that energy back into yourself. Focus on your own well being and your own goals and the things that make you feel like yourself again. You don't have to forget what happened. You just have to stop allowing the situation to control where you want to go next. And then we have the final message here that says, I wish you were next to me. So even though there may be distance or separation between you right now, this person may still miss you. There may still be feelings there, but the circumstances may not be allowing the situation or the connection to move forward right now. Maybe the timing is simply not right. And who knows what the future holds. You may cross paths again at some point, but right now the strongest message I'm getting here is to focus on yourself. Let go of what you can't control and get back into your own power.